Sure, I hear you.
Let's get the
tell you what.
taste in,
Let's
brother.
see. I'm foaming at the mouth here.
Yeah, cheers. You weren't kidding, bro.
Yeah, dude. Packs a
You
heck
weren't
of a
kidding.
punch.
Ooh, it's still attacking.
Sunday afternoon, with our glasses in our hands, the hops and barley bloom in a land of craft and cans. Every sip a story shared, review and taste we dare with our Sunday sips. Sunday sips, every for a trip.
Welcome back, everyone, to an exciting new addition to the Sunday Sips podcast.
Fwam, fwam, fwam.
Fwam, fwam, fwam. I'm your host, Kyle Lucas. That's your other host,
Nick Woodard.
Nick J. Woodard in the flesh. We're back here at our Cheers Chico studio. Excited to bring you a new edition. We're at episode, what did you say, 33? 33, dude.
Exciting
We're
stuff.
getting up there.
Climbing that ladder.
What are we doing? We're doing a non-local
this week.
Non-local beer. We've both been to this brewery.
We have one a few more times than the other, but
yeah. This was a brewery near Nick when he lived there for how many years? 2?
1 year.
One
1 year
year?
up in Corvallis, Oregon, when my wife was doing her clinical year of veterinary school.
Nice.
So all the hands-on stuff. We get to be in Corvallis, Oregon, which is a real nice college town kind of vibe. Really
Go Beavers.
Go Beavs. Similar to Chico in many ways, just not as hot, but still loves their beer, loves their spirits. Really fun place if you're into the craft alcohol game.
Yeah,
So,
you actually, like last year we went on a trip up there. They took me up there and I got to experience all the breweries up there and everything. And it really is just like a little, we went downtown.
Yeah.
It really is like its own like Oregon Chico
Yeah,
vibe.
it really does have that vibe.
Yeah.
Like
you guys
there's-
picked real well. dude.
Yeah, found
It's
some nice
awesome.
spots, and a good place for the outdoor lovers too. I mean, lots of great trails in and around that area, and Oregon in general is just packed to the gills with awesome outdoor stuff to do.
Yeah.
So if you like beer, if you like being outdoors, that's kind of my bread and butter.
Just like Chico.
Really enjoyed Corvallis, just same way I enjoyed Chico.
Yeah. So getting into it, if you haven't guessed it already, it's Block 15. Block 15, we're doing Sticky Hands. Sticky Hands, what is this? Is this a
Believe
Experience Hoppy Ale?
it's an IPA for sure. Mm-hmm. We'd have to
8.1%. I really like the can, dude, with the hands.
Yeah.
And the hop in the middle. Right up my alley. I love it. 8.1%. It's a kicker.
Yeah. Oh,
It's not,
it packs a punch.
It's not like too hefty, but it's one to kick off your night for sure.
Absolutely.
Not one of those water beers at all. A little bit about Block 15. So conceived in 2008, quite a bit ago. I was in middle school.
Jeez. We were both in middle school, but
Yeah, by Nick, and Kristen Arzner, if I'm saying that right. After years of traveling, brewing, cooking, and dreaming, they were inspired to share these passions with their local community. Block 15 Restaurant and Brewery was created to offer Corvallis unique, from the source, artisan beer alongside handmade pub food produced from local ingredients, all served in a friendly, casual atmosphere, which is to the T every
For
time
sure.
you go there. Since opening in 2008, Block 15 has grown to include a production, brewery, and tap room in South Corvallis, a downtown pub where it started, a Northwest meets European-inspired restaurant, Caves Corvallis, and a distribution team for the Pacific Northwest. Our family has grown to over 100 hardworking individuals that positively reflect our community. Over the years, we've stayed true to our initial vision while evolving in the endless pursuit of the perfect plate of food and space to share it in. essentially, we've been there. You've been there more than me.
I've been there a lot. This was
It's
our old
fantastic.
stomping grounds. Yeah, fantastic place. Incredible lineup of beers more often than not. They love to change it up. They love to do a lot of different variations of Sticky Hands, which is kind of one of their flagship beers, which is why I wanted to bring it back down. We went up a few weeks ago for Brittany's sister's college graduation. So congratulations, Ashley. I don't think she watches these, but congratulations anyways. Had to stop in Corvallis, had to check out Block 15, see what was new. They had a variation of Sticky Hands on tap and in cans, but I felt like we had to do the original and break that down.
Sure.
So, you know, I've got a lot of fond memories of Block 15. I don't think we've done a Block 15 beer on the podcast
don't think so,
before.
not yet.
We've done Two Towns. We've talked about our experiences with Two Towns during the pandemic and stuff, but Block 15 was cool because they did, when everyone had to shut their doors for 3 weeks to stop the spread and all that stuff at the beginning of the pandemic, they got real creative with it, and they organized a drive-through beer pickup every Saturday.
That's sick.
And as you went to go pick up your beer, you would spin a raffle and then potentially win like an extra 4-pack of beer or some merch. They tried to keep it interesting, tried to get people engaged, keep people engaged during the pandemic. I'm sure their beer made things a lot more manageable for a lot of people in that area.
Sure.
So
Did you ever win?
won a hat once. It was nice.
Sick.
I think
Sick,
I
dude.
won like 20% off my next order. And trust me,
dude,
I
that's
was
dope.
I was ordering every Saturday, so
Yeah,
it
yeah.
helped.
Every chance.
But yeah, Sticky Hands is one of my favorites from them. And I figured, why not share it with you?
Yeah.
See what we got.
So I did look it up. It's 8.1%. It is a Northwest double IPA.
Okay.
So we got our answer there. It says, experience the luscious balance of hop character and drinkability with ample additions of sticky, lupulin-packed hops, full-throttled hop aroma, resinous body, and succinct finish of this benchmark Northwest double IPA. So like I said, 8.1%. It's a little hitter, but not too crazy. Like we've done the Sierra Nevada Bigfoot.
Yeah.
That's a smacker.
Oh, yeah.
That's a hit in the face. You're probably, that's a good one if you want to really just unwind, have a couple,
Yeah.
and just not really think about it. This
Yeah.
is a really good addition if you're going to want to kick it off and grab that buzz real quick.
Right.
And then maybe transition into something a little smoother.
Yeah.
But, and if not, by all means, drink a 6-pack.
Absolutely.
Who cares?
Absolutely.
Yeah, this is available year-round. Block 15 distribution, 2-row pure Idaho grains. It's got a bunch of different hops.
Oh, dude, it's you'll see. It's a
Insane.
very, very hoppy beer.
I'm not even going to list them off because there's like 12
There's a
different
lot
ones.
going on here.
But it does say like it packs a punch. There's like there's reviews in here. It says like fantastic beer, consistent for 10 plus years, smelling and tasting dank.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a
Yeah.
lot of that in there. I do want to point out on the can. The can's, I like the design. It's a pretty classic design. They haven't changed
like
it
it.
much over the years. But on the back here, there's always like a best before. Not usually on beers, but their sticker says, canned fresh, best before yesterday. So
Nice.
they're like, hey,
Nice.
drink this thing, man.
Get it in.
So
You want to give her a crack?
I think we want to give her a crack.
All right, buddy. Get your finger into there.
There you go.
3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Immediately, like super yellow. It's not hazy at all. You can see through it. Give the camera a little peek.
Got a little too ambitious there. Got a little foam on the nose.
Did you? Oh yeah, it smells super hoppy, dude.
Dude,
It smells
it's
super
yeah,
hoppy.
it's a different ball game. Like, we've had very hoppy beers in the past. This one really sticks out to me in terms of how much it leans into the hops. And
Yeah, that
I mean, like you
bitterness.
said, there's too many hops to list. I mean, they really go for it.
Yeah, I didn't see an IBU on here or on the website, but I'm gonna assume
I'm gonna assume it's higher.
pretty
I'm
high.
assuming it's on the high end.
I do like that addition though, especially with like double IPAs. You'll find like sometimes like an 8 or like a 10%.
Yeah.
And they're 10% can be pretty punchy as far as like getting real buzzed real quick.
Right.
I mean 8% does its job.
Yeah.
But getting like a real bitter flavor like that without going off the rails,
Right.
essentially,
Right.
in an 8% is kind of special, especially for people that really chase that flavor.
Yeah.
I'm not particularly one that does that, but I also don't mind it.
Sure.
So
Sure. I hear you.
let's
I
get the
tell you what.
taste in,
Let's see.
brother.
I'm foaming at the mouth here.
Cheers. You weren't kidding, bro.
Yeah, dude. Packs a
You
heck
weren't
of a
kidding.
punch.
Ooh, it's still attacking. Don't get me wrong. Don't get my face wrong. It's real good. Usually, I like to take like a bigger gulp beforehand.
Yep.
Maybe you don't do that for this one. A lot of like the ciders and like sours or something like that we do, take a big gulp or a lower percentage. But this one really, the flavor is more pronounced than that 8%.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Because I don't get the big alcoholy like tinge.
No.
You know what I mean?
No.
Which, I mean, I guess it's still there. It's just disguised by the
Right.
bitterness.
I think of like a big little thing from Sierra Nevada.
Exactly. Which
they actually just, the new big little thing, they increased the ABV from 9% to 9.5%, and they also started breaking them out in tall boys. So that's a dangerous game. But I think about something like that, you can really, the ABV in something like that is very apparent.
Yeah.
With this, it's there. It's there. But not quite as much as some of those higher. I think about Voodoo Ranger. They have some pretty high ABV beers as well that we've done. This isn't quite at that level, but
it does have that like Swedish tinge too. It's not like overpoweringly bitter, but it's just very bitter.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a smooth bitter, if I may. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not like I know the Torpedo from Sierra Nevada, as we always go back to, our North Star, has like a really kind of like spiky, rough, like bitter taste.
Sure.
Which a lot of people like. It's just a flavor profile. This has like a very smooth, very bitter taste.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
And I like that we're using, we've talked about using Sierra Nevada as the North Star for a while now, but it's for a couple of reasons. A, it's what we're used to. It's what we know more than any other brewery.
It's what we've drank a lot.
But B, it's the brewery that's most widely available to whoever's watching this. They can, compare, all right, the Sticky Hands how does it compare to something like a Torpedo, which people can get anywhere? Block 15, you can't get this outside of Oregon.
Yeah.
It's not that kind of a distribution. So being able to compare it to something that is widely available, I think, would be beneficial for whoever's at home listening. So,
it's weird. I like to put myself in a situation where I would drink this beer. I think I still would drink it. I mean, obviously, I always go to camping and everything we do. I still would drink this camping, and it's not going to put me off in the sun. If I drink a lot of them, I guess I'm saying more than one or two in the sun, it'll probably bake me.
Oh, yeah.
But as far as like one in the water, just to like kick things off,
sure.
We put ourselves in a situation. Let me paint a picture for you.
Please.
We're at Whiskey Town. Like, we've woken up, we've had breakfast, we've maybe had like a few, breakfasty screwdrivers or something like that, mimosas, whatever. And we go for a hike. We come back, we eat lunch. Now it's time to get in the water. We're in the water. If I kick our session off with one of these, I'm not mad.
It'll put you in a good spot. Yeah.
I'm not mad at all.
Yeah.
Eventually, I will have to taper off into my Mexican lagers.
Sure.
My boys.
Yeah.
But this is definitely one that I would want to start off with.
Yeah.
especially even around a campfire at night. Dude, throw me one of these all night long.
So I'm gonna take you a slightly different direction.
Okay,
and this is a little bit of biased, I guess, because I've had a lot of these sitting in the brewery or sitting at a restaurant while it's raining outside. You know, that Pacific Northwest rain, and just sitting out there, or sitting in there, or even on a patio that's covered, because there was a lot of that during the pandemic.
They have that, yeah.
with heaters. You know, looking out at the rain, enjoying a beer like this, there's something real nice about that. Something that's got a little bit of a bite to it that keeps you honest, and then you get to listen to the rainfall. It's kind of a nice setting. So when I drink something like this, I think about that. We don't get too much of that in Chico, but Oregon, it was pretty widespread. That's not to say I didn't have a few of these while we floated down the river that runs through downtown of Corvallis, because that definitely was a thing. But my biggest memory of these is exactly that. Sitting on a covered patio, having a cold one, watching the rainfall, pretending to be an Oregon or an Oregonian as best I could. So good memories. I love that. Good memories with the Sticky Hands.
I usually don't... excuse me. It's carbonated. I usually don't think of that too, because I always think like summertime.
Yeah.
Unless it's like the celebration or something like that. I love that because I am a weirdo. I like to sit with the window open when it's raining, as long as the rain's not coming in through the window, right?
No, as long as we're not going sideways.
When it's like drizzling, I love opening the window. And if I have a beer doing that, dude, watching a TV show, that's my mood right there, dude. You nailed it.
Nothing better.
Nailed it. I mean, you can do it when you're camping. Do it whenever you want.
Yeah, do whatever you want. Don't listen to us. Don't let us be the judge.
Great shower beer. Kick off your buzz.
I don't think I've met a beer yet that's been a bad shower beer. I'll tell you that much.
That's true.
Do we score this?
Let's rank. I'll let you go because you are the...
I'm the resident expert here. Yeah.
Pseudo-Oregonian.
Man, I keep wanting to find a beer that we can give truly bad scores. Mm-hmm. The problem is, when I open the fridge, I'm like, ooh, I definitely want to drink some Sticky Hands because I know what Sticky Hands is like. It's going to be a fun time. So I can't give this a bad score. I can't give this...
The problem is when you go to the store and we're buying beer, we're not going to be like
actively looking for something that looks bad. Yeah. I'm hoping that eventually we just, stumble across one, and I'm sure that'll happen. But we've been on a steady streak of like 7 and up, and this is going to be no different for me. It's an 8.25.
Oh,
it's very, very good. This is kind of my wheelhouse. I lean hazy for sure, but I also love an IPA. I love a double IPA even more. Something that you can really enjoy the hops and really let the hops take you for a ride on the flavor side of things.
Flavor Town.
And, I'd be lying if I said there wasn't any bias in there and any, fond memories that this beer brings up from our time in Oregon and the awesome things we got to do while we were there. Very similar to Two Towns. I have a reverence for Two Towns because of what they meant to us for the time we spent there. Same thing with Block 15. If we ever get around to messing around with some spirits, we're going to break out some four spirits. And play with that a little bit. The distillery that was literally right next to Block 15 on that street. So
that was a great day. Yeah.
Love the beer. Love what the brewery stands for. They were big parts of the community in a time when things were really, really touch and go with the pandemic.
Really messed up.
Yeah. So 8.25 is where I'm at.
It's good. What you said about the hazies too, this is an IPA that kind of brushes, it doesn't go into hazy territory, obviously. It's an IPA. But it brushes against it flavor profile wise.
Yeah, you can see some inspirations.
Just because of how smooth it is.
Yeah.
Like a hazy really is it higher percentage, a lot of bang for your buck when you drink it, but it's very smooth drinkability wise. This is kind of the same. especially being a West Coast double IPA.
Yeah.
It's very smooth.
Yeah.
Kind of rolls off the tongue. I like it. I'm gonna give it. That being said, I'm gonna give it a 7.75.
Ooh, okay.
It's a little hop forward for me, and very one note, which is good.
Yeah.
For what it is, it doesn't lie about what it's doing. I just prefer a little more notes than
Sure.
just hops.
Sure.
But I mean, still a 7.75.
Yeah.
It's great.
Great.
Great for what it is.
Absolutely.
Just my excuse for not breaking into the 8s or
Okay.
anything like that. I don't remember. Have we done a torpedo
Yes.
in our first video?
We
did a triple.
we did a Hoptimum in our very first episode. I believe we've done a torpedo at some point. I have to go back and check the tapes, but I believe we've gotten a torpedo in the mix.
That might have gotten. I might have been on a same score level
Okay.
for that.
I'll check it.
Yeah, you should.
Future Nick, remember this. Check that.
But honestly, it's super good.
Yeah.
It's just not even for the 8.1, just flavor wise.
Yeah.
It's not one you're just gonna want to slam a bunch of.
Right.
It's one you're gonna really want to sit down and enjoy. But I like it. I love when you guys took me there. Just the experience of going to Four Spirits and Block
It's got a really cool setup. They've got a nice indoor space, but they've got a patio where you can sit down and have a relatively unobstructed view of oh my gosh, Mary's Peak, I believe.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be so mad if I got
Yeah.
that wrong. Mary's Peak, I believe.
If I'm not mistaken, there's like a bunch of fields too right there.
Yep, and you just
Beautiful
really
view.
sit on that patio and you get that awesome view, especially if it's like a twilight kind of thing.
And you are looking from the patio, if I'm not mistaken, towards the west. So the sun sets on that side.
Yeah.
It's so nice, dude.
We could be talking totally out of our ass here and misremembering this entirely, but hopefully not.
Hopefully not. But anyway, dude, 7.75, what would you do? 8.25?
8.25.
Cheers.
I appreciate you filibustering for me because there's, and we'll hear it on the audio, there was a moment as you were talking about your review, I was like right here and I go, oh shit. I'm like, there's a chug coming up. I was like, I gotta knock this down a little bit.
So we always like to peel back the curtains for you guys. Previously, from I guess the last maybe not the last few episodes, but since then, the last 20 episodes before that, I've been telling Nick when I score something or whatever, he drinks a little too slow and he knows that we finish them at the end. And I'm always kind of looking at him and looking at the glass like, hey, now is the time to take another sip.
To catch up a little bit, yeah.
Because you did that, we did the Bigfoot and a couple of the strong ones.
Yeah.
Where you downed it. You did down it.
Did down it.
But
at
heavy.
what cost?
It's heavy. At what cost? Getting a buzz, dude. Getting a buzz. But anyway, Block 15. Go if you're in Corvallis, Oregon. Check them out. It's honestly such a great spot. Super blessed to have Nick show me the area and everything. Go check out the downtown area. It's awesome. If you've ever been to Chico, it is a mirror image in a different state. It's awesome.
In terms of the vibe, for sure.
Yeah.
Like it's got that vibe to it.
It really does. But yeah, go check them out. Give us a like. Hit that bell. You'll find us on YouTube, on Instagram, on TikTok.
Tails, Ales, and Trails, that's the platform. This is part of the Tails, Ales, and Trails podcast. We're here at the Cheers Chico studio. Thanks again to Gary for setting this up for us. Couldn't be more excited about being here and what it's been like. It's really added a nice aesthetic to the podcast. We'll wrap up here in a minute, but I talked to the owner of Paradise Brew Works over the weekend.
Jason.
And he even mentioned to us, he's like, oh, you guys are shooting at Cheers now. I was like, yeah, we are. He goes, it looks cool. It looks great. Like it's fun to see you guys starting to move up a little bit in terms of the quality of the podcast and the production and all that stuff. And really, taking these baby steps, but baby steps in the right direction.
Yeah,
So,
just progression.
and then we have Gary to thank for that. I mean, this has been pretty cool to be able to shoot here. So.
Yeah. So if you've had it, throw us a comment down below and tell us what you guys think about the beer. And don't forget, you crack one for us, we'll crack one for you.
Cheers.
See ya.
From citrus zest to dark night,
Easy
we unravel flavors floor.
to wash you out.
Mosaic dreams take flight of IPAs and we adore. Raise a toast to what's new here in the world of craft beer with Sunday sips. Sunday sips. Every pour a trip with our Sunday sips. Each note we hear as we sip and cheer. Craft beer's near. Sunday's treasures clear with our Sunday sips. Sunday sips. Every pour a trip with a Sunday.